Man, I can't believe this crap, man. These cops are out here arresting people just for breaking the law. Man, these tyrants are out of control, bruh. I thought you were a lawyer, now you say you can rap. Well, I listened to your record, made me go take a nap. The rhymes you're spitting out, they make you sound like a nut. Your latest track, it's got less views now than Gun Cereal's butt. Well, you say you're just a man who wants to smoke out some weed, but you smoke yourself stupid, boy, get the help that you need. You think you could be like Tom McDonald, be an internet star? The problem is your brain's so tiny, it would fit in this jar.
It's a frivolous lawsuit.
You know you were gonna lose.
Frivolous lawsuit.
Now watch me play the blues.
Frivolous lawsuit.
You put against a cat.
Frivolous lawsuit.
Make sure you wear the hat. All parties have been sworn in. I've read your complaint.
It's a frivolous lawsuit.
The way it's written, it sounds like you've been smoking paint.
That means
if we have that title to your shit, we will take it.
Oh, come and take it, bitch.
All right. I want your money and I want your dignity, and I'm taking both.
To quote my good friend Artie, come take it, bitch. Come take it, bitch. Come take it, bitch. Come take it, bitch.
Come and take it, bitch.
She spit in my face.
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 Take it, bitch.
Take it, bitch.
She spit in my face.
You're a fucking idiot.
She spit in my face.
Shot little dick dude.
A woman walks into the ladies' room at the mall. She enters one of these stalls and sits down to begin doing her business. As she starts to pee, she looks down at her shoes and sees a head poking under the stall, looking up at her with a camera. "What are you doing?" she screams, frightened. "I'm recording you," says Denver Metro Audits. "But this is a bathroom," she squeals. "Yes, a public bathroom, and there's no expectation of privacy in public," he tells her. "You don't belong in here," she yelled. "I didn't see any sign saying that," DMA replies. "It says ladies' room right on the door." Maybe it does, but it doesn't say no men allowed, does it?" he asked her. "What? That's stupid," she sputtered. "You're being a Karen about this, and what's stupid is shaving down there," DMA answered, holding his camera up. "If you let that bush grow in, it would create privacy for your hoo-ha like a hedge." She stared down at the activist lying on the filthy floor looking up at her. "A hedge? Look, they should put a lock on that door if they don't want people coming in. They need to create privacy," DMA said. "It says ladies' room. They assume men won't come in here." "Well, they shouldn't assume that. And I can film whatever I can see. It's my First Amendment right as an independent journalist." "Oh, you're a journalist. What are you working on?" she asked, sarcastically, wiping herself. "I can't divulge that information at this time. The story isn't finished yet," he lied as if there were a story. "No expectation of privacy in public," he reiterated. But I'm in a stall, she cried. Yes, and look, it's open on the top and the bottom, DMA answered in his thin voice. They need to create more adequate privacy, because if I can see it, I can film it. You don't have to like it, but it's my First Amendment right. The conversation droned on like this for a while, the woman on the toilet and DMA on the filthy floor next to the toilet. Finally, the woman says, Christopher, don't you think this is inappropriate? I'm your mom. And that's a true story. That's an absolute true story.
Oh man, I love that. It was great.
Well, hello, everyone. Good morning. Good to see y'all here today. Let's see who we got in the house this a wonderful Friday morning. Nancy Marcho, first. What's up? How's it going? Good to see you. Benefits check. All right, gotcha. What's up? Welcome. Salacious in the house. What's up, Salacious? P. Barnes the second. Yes, good to see you. Nancy Salacious, Terry Barnes, what's up? Good morning, Razachab and Hezokuai. Jenny, what's up? How you doing? Good morning, good to see you. Terry Barnes, Archangel 3, good morning. All right, Terry Barnes, what's up? Archangel, Terry, let's see, Jenny. My email is hezokuai@gmail.com, baby. Just go ahead and email me. Yep, there you go, Salacious sent it. All right, cool. Let's see. Archangel, Salacious, Terry, inside only. What's up? Use the inside voice. Shh, be quiet. Oh, good to see you guys. Love you guys so much. All right, let's see. Archangel inside. Terry Barnes, Archangel 3. Yeah, inside only. Who else is here? Let's see. Salacious. Nancy's in the house. Why you looking sad, Nancy? What happened? Oh, wait, here we go. My iPad is being repaired, so I'm on a laptop, limited use. Oh, sorry about that, hon. Oh, well, at least you'll get it fixed. Let's see. Terry Barnes, Nancy, Archangel, Jimbo, what's up? Good to see you, as always. Luna Nights, good morning. Good to see you. The Tequila Kid, hey, what's up? All right. Love it. Good Friday crew this morning. Thank you guys so much. Scott Ammo in the house. What's up, Scott? Terry Barnes, Grandpa's, what's up? Gramps. Dino, how's it going, Dino? Good to see you. Let's see, Society Red, what's up? Oh, wait, wait? I'm not going to comment on that. The Enforcer, what's up? Oh, my goodness gracious me. Do you realize that mustache cost him the role of Han Solo, and they gave it to Han Solo instead? Harrison Ford. Jimbo, Terry Barnes, Society Red, The Enforcer, Dino, Luna Nights, Terry Barnes, Inside Only, Julie Weaver, what's up? Good to see you. Ray W, what's up? Terry Barnes, Billy Yank, what's up? All frauditors are soft. Not the same, not most, all. Well, like I said, Schrodinger famously always said that he thought that frauditors were just the light version of sovereign citizens. Right up yours, warn it all. Salacious Carl Order of the Squirrels, all right. Space Trucker. Space Trucking. I love that stuff. Inside Only, Carl's Jimbo, Luna Nights. Let's see. Who else? So we got Brian Showman in the house. What's up, Brian? Space Trucker. Graham's in the house. What's up? Working and watching Hezekiah and the Hezekiah True. Hey, KTZ. What's up? Good to see ya. Good morning. Welcome. Let's see. Oh, child in time. Let's see. Rosanna Mason, what's up? Good to see ya. Roseanne, yes. Happy Friday indeed. Leland Squirrels, what's up, Leland? Great to see ya. Always great to have you here. Christopher O'Connor, what's up? Billy Yank. Doc Danger's in the house. What's up, Doc? Great to see ya. Terry Barnes, Gamer88. Yes. All right. Oh, love you guys. This is great. Let's see where we at here. All right. So, I think I'm pretty much caught up with the greetings for the moment. Great to see so many people here. And boy, am I in a mood today. Oh, my goodness gracious me. So I did something last night. I mean, I'm glad I did it on one hand, but on the other hand, I'm a little. First of all, let's get all the business out of the way. We just saw in the chat. We got a couple more people that are letting me know. I still got a couple addresses I need where to send your prizes. We got for March, we're doing another giveaway where I'm going to give away a full set of my cards, a copy of my book, a couple other things. Again, the exact prize packages aren't finalized yet, but it's definitely in the works. Like I said yesterday, I don't want to. I have a thing set up that I want to do, but which may include more of these. But until I physically have the things in my hands, I don't want to make any promises. Because if something happens and I don't have it, it's like, hey, you want a prize? Okay, give it to me. Oh, well, I don't have the prize to give you, so I don't want to promise anything I don't have yet. But there definitely is going to be a prize package for March as well. But I already got a bunch of people entered for March. You guys, your support in this whole wanted to do a monthly drawing raffle thing has been amazing. Way, way, way beyond what I could have expected or would have ever expected. So I appreciate it very, very much. Oh, boy. Yeah, that's wonderful stuff. Tomorrow, Saturday, 5 p.m., I got my show with Frauditor News Network, 5 p.m. Eastern. We're going to have Blue Bear as our guest. It's going to be great stuff. Look forward to that. Hope to see some of you guys there. And then other than that, I got another thing coming up on Sunday because we got Graham in the house who's, hey, wait a minute. I was just about to plug your channel, and you're going to come in here saying that? Yeah. Right, see? She's like, Hez is right. What if I punch a hole in the wall from watching Frauditors and I wouldn't be able to finish sewing the dolls together for them? Yes. Yes, please read it. It's available on Amazon if you don't have it. But yeah, just email me. Let me know. I'm always open for interviews. Speaking of which, that leads me back into what I was about to say, is that on Sunday, I'm going to be a guest on the Graham and Bob Show, and I have a commercial for it that Graham made. This is good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Check it out. It's a lot of fun, and I love it. Yes, but I'm not just here to promote my book. Please, Frauditors can't save me from these Frauditors. The greatest compliment I ever got in my life. The great thing about growing up in Chicago, yeah, I thought I heard. Thank you. That's fantastic. It's beautiful. Oh, I don't know what I'm supposed to tell you about that. Sorry, my computer got a little wonky donkey for a second there. By the way, this will probably make a lot of you tech people happy. I went on Amazon yesterday. Oh, wait, Unclean Hands isn't here yet because he'd be the happiest to know this. I went on Amazon yesterday and I finally ordered an Ethernet cable so that I could plug this thing in and hopefully that'll help give me a better connection. Hopefully. We'll see. Everyone keeps telling me that's what I got to do. That's what I got to do. That's what I got to do. So I'm going to try it. And I'm supposed to get that over the weekend. So there he is. Yeah. I finally went on Amazon and ordered an Ethernet cable. So hopefully that'll help. I'm supposed to get it on Saturday. So anyway, Ladies and gentlemen, it's Friday, and I got a little bit of a well, again, I got a couple things I want to say, but in the meantime, I also have a little bit of a special guest here. Once again, the Forgiven Jerry's up here. How you doing, Jerry?
Well, geez, man, don't sell me too hard. I'm gonna feel
Ladies
like
and gentlemen,
I'm gonna feel like you don't want me to take over your show. You're so hyped. Excuse me.
Jerry's gonna be here. No,
Yeah, he definitely has a little guest. He has a little guest, folks. It's the smallest guest you could possibly have.
no, there's worse. Which is what I was about to say. This is my problem. I'm trying to explain what my issue is today. All right. I'm in a mood today, man. What's up? Good to see you. And the reason why is because yesterday Frauditor Troll had broken system, broken trust on.
He seems to be getting around a couple days. What's up with that guy?
And then I had to listen to his stupid. And it's like everything he said just made me so mad, and I just wanted to jump in there and choke him out. Violence, but damn,
dude. The thing about it is that what makes you so upset with BSBT is that he thinks he's the smartest guy in the room when he's the dumbest, and that's what makes it so aggravating to even hear his sense of bravado. It's like, where did you get that from, bro? Like, who pumped you up? Do you just have like an air pump stuck to your ass and you just like boom, 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 boom everywhere you go? Because I don't get it. I don't get that ego.
Yeah, the Dunning-Kruger with him is insanely powerful, because one of the things that he was doing, and the Troll even pointed it out, and Witch of Hearts was on panel too, and so was Frauditor Wrangler, and
oh boy,
it's like, this is why, because at one point Troll was saying like, well, everyone's like, well, why do you give them a platform and let them on there or whatever? But they already have a platform, so I don't really care about that. And sometimes it makes for good shows, and I get that, I understand that, but I try not to get too much into actually talking to these guys, because I learned this, and he did it yesterday to just further prove it, is that they'll ask you a question. Like yesterday, he would say something like, well, what was there was one in particular that was like, anyway, they ask a question, you answer it, they don't accept your answer. They just choose not to accept it as an answer, and then later on accuse you of never answering their question. We see the same thing from the Frauditors when they talk to the cops, and the soft-sits and the Frauditors when they talk to the judges. Like, how did this become a thing that there's so many people that are doing it? Hey, what color is the sky? Blue. No, it's not. Well, just because you say you don't accept the answer doesn't mean it's not the answer.
Yeah, the part where there's more than one person doing it, that's the part that kind of gets to me. It's like, I don't understand that, but you can tell just on the way he says things, like, oh, I had a court case that somehow it disappeared. Like the way he talks is like, nobody has a court case that disappears. Only you would have a court case that disappears because only you are the people that the government are against, and nobody wants to see you with your kids, and it's everybody else's fault that you're going through everything that you're going through. So, like, it just, nothing he ever says will come out to make sense, because he's trying to make it work for a world that's based on lies, and it's really just in his head. So that's why it's strange to everybody else, and almost aggravating, because you want to have a regular conversation, but he's not living in the real world.
Well, and another problem, a big problem I have with BSBT specifically, like I've already established a million times, and you guys have seen it in the chat, Rogue Nation, the way he does any argument is he deflects, right? You ask him, well, why do you audit? He says, well, because that cop shot that kid that time. Okay, but why are you bothering the lady sitting behind the desk at the DMV? Well, because there was a corrupt judge who got caught being corrupt once. Okay, but what does that have to do with the lady that you're bothering, right? So he always deflects. What broken system, broken trust does is he twists words in a way where he really plays word games. He doesn't just do this during interviews. He does it to the cops. He does it in court. Like you're saying, like he's talking about how his court cases always just disappear. And he just magically never gets locked up for a long period of time. And he'll say these things like, well, there was another thing that he said yesterday specifically. I wanted to use as an example where, I remember what it was. He said that, they said, well, they called him out on the fact that I pointed it out on my stream when he said it, that he said that he used to be in it for the right reasons, but now he just wants to get cops fired and shame them into quitting. Like, that's all he cares about is making cops lose their jobs. And then Frauditor Troll was like, well, then he says, broken system, broken trust. He goes, well, yeah, that's because all cops are horrible, rotten. Like, I don't specifically remember the quote, but he says something like horrible, rotten, evil, no good, tyrannical, just all of these horrible things. But he didn't say the word pig. He said like every other insult except that. So then later on when they're talking and Frauditor Troll's like, well, dude, you're saying that they're all pigs and this and that. He makes a big deal. I never said the word pig. You're lying. You're making that up. I didn't say that. No, you said tyrant. You said monster. You said violent, vicious thugs. All this. Sorry that I misquoted you, sir. But the point is, every tiny little syllable, if it's not, he'll twist it and say, oh, no, I didn't say that. Like, and there was another thing that they kept talking about yesterday. The judge, they were watching footage of him in court, of the judge telling him, you better not be recording this. And him saying, well, Frauditor Troll, can you prove that I recorded it? They're like, well, we're watching the recording. And then, like, it sort of comes out that he had a buddy of his there with him that was recording it for him. So technically, he wasn't the one recording. You see what I'm saying? Like, he always twists everything to make it just like, well, technically, I didn't call him pigs.
Well,
technically, I wasn't recording.
Well, it's because you got to get down to the meat with this guy, okay? The way it is in his mind. See, the thing is that he's losing. He's losing in various aspects of his life. Okay, he's just losing hard. And the thing is that in order for him to have some sort of grasp, some sort of control of what's going on in front of him, he needs to win every single little battle that he gets into. So for him, these little gotcha moments where he tells Troll like, I never said that, or they don't know that, or I say something to like, give me plausible deniability, is his little win in his mind that, he's going on the right track or he's doing something that's worth, in his head, something worth doing. But I don't even know if it's that or if he's just trying to cater to his audience. But what audience does he have? I don't know. That's why I think it's just like the delusion that he's feeding into. But it's just, he just has to win, every single little battle. So he holds on to every little victory like that, where maybe you or Troll will concede, a loss because he'll be like, yeah, okay, yeah, maybe you got me there, but that's not the big picture. You know what I mean? So he wants to win every single little battle. So he treats it like he's playing some sort of chess game, but nobody's playing but him, and nobody really cares about the outcome. He's really the one that ultimately is, waiting on something good to happen when he doesn't try.
Graham says he's so good at splitting hairs, he has a beehive hairdo. Peck says, my hair's so amazing and it's not split. He takes good care of his hair. He uses conditioner, dagnabbit, made out of, since he lives in Australia, it's made out of kangaroo placenta. Let's see. Doc Danger, right up here. Liz Lizard Breath is in the house. What's up?
Hey,
I was lick 19 of the Hezokuai lollipop. Which one were you? Whoa, all right.
whoa.
Let's go on to the next one. Internet God, what's up? You guys are just jealous because Broken Toilet gets to sleep on Wolverine Transparency's couch and he can smell his stale farts.
And thank God that couch is not transparent whatsoever, dude.
Oh, man. That's so true, too. See, and the way that none of these guys ever see, that's the one thing, like the one thing that I do wish I could like have a conversation with one of these guys, because again, the whole point is I hate talking to them because of things like this, the splitting the hairs, the deflecting, the Dunning-Kruger, the not accepting facts just because they choose not to accept them, they redefining words. You know, they do all these things to make it almost impossible to speak to them. But when I hear them talk about us, right, it's like they really don't understand what we're trying to say. And it's like I wish I could just make them shut up and listen long enough to make them understand. Like he always, all of them, but he was last night. They always harp on things like, for example, well, you guys are monetized, but you get mad at us for making money. It's like, because you're making money by going after innocent people. We're not going after innocent people. We're not walking down the street harassing and bothering and going out of our way to try and get people fired from their jobs, trying to get people to quit their jobs, trying to look for an excuse to pepper spray people, lying at people, swearing them, threatening them, accusing them of things, challenging them to a fight, and then if they take the challenge, then crying to the cops like a baby and getting them arrested and thrown in jail and doing all these horrible things to people for money. How could they not see the difference?
Well,
like they don't understand that that's the problem we have with it. Not that they're making money, that they're supposedly these big civil rights activists, and it's like, you're not in there for civil rights, you're in there for money. Shut up.
Well, yeah. Well, the thing is that that's the part that annoys us, right? When they call themselves things like activists, because it's like you're kind of muddying the waters. You're making things look like you're in it for something more than what you really are, and it's not about being into this for money. I mean, if you want to be in it for money, be in it for money. I mean, that's neither here nor there. See, I believe that every content creator gets to do what they want with their channel, and if they want to make it about this or that, and they want to have certain things that are going to be about morality and some things that are going to be just about fun or whatever, if you like it and you support it, then you do whatever you want to keep that channel afloat. You know that nothing's for free. Like everybody wants to do things like just as a hobby, have fun, whatever. But if you can make money, cool, that's nice. That would be nice, right? Ultimately everybody wants to do something that they want to do for their money. It's just the way it is. But I don't think like these guys, when they bring it up or they say like you guys get on our case because of the, it's like, no, dude, because if you guys were a different type of channel, if you guys said you were a prank channel that was gonna go out there and mess around with cops, we still wouldn't like you. We still don't really like what you did, but at least you'd be open and honest about what you are. Then you can go ahead and if people want to monetize your shit, they want to monetize your jerk off of a show, then let them monetize it. Let the dollar speak for what it speaks for. But we'll always be against it because we don't like what you guys do, not because you guys are standing for some sort of fight or anything like that. It's because of what you guys do, plain and simple.
Again, that goes back to the whole like, oh, they're after me just because I have a camera. No, it's the way you're acting with the camera. And that's always an issue with these guys. And that's another thing that they love to argue about, besides the money thing. And of course, they'll never accept the reality of what we're trying to explain to them. But there's so many things, like the difference between their cameras and security cameras. And when, this is specifically what I was going to say earlier with the broken system, broken trust thing. the example of they ask a question, you answer the question, and they just choose not to accept the answer, right? He said there was a reporter there with a camera in the courtroom that was filming, and the judge is telling me I'm not allowed to film. So he asked the question, he said, what are they trying to hide? How come they don't want me to film? What are they trying to hide? And I think it was Frauditor Wrangler who said, well, they're trying to hide the personal private information of the people in the courtroom, maybe jurors, maybe victims. This other person who's quote unquote legitimate media, oh, they're legitimate because they work for a corrupt news network and blah, blah, blah. So you call them legit? No. They have permission to be there, so you know that they're not going to show. They'll blur out the faces of the jurors. They'll blur out the faces of the victims. You know that they're going to be responsible to redact the information to help, because it's a courtroom. You think a juror who finds someone guilty wants that person's homies on the street to see their face planted all over the internet and they know exactly who sent the guy to jail? You think that's, yes, there's some anonymity in court proceedings that makes perfect sense to me. So that's what they're trying to hide, is the private information of the victims, of the jurors. And that's why they don't want you to film. And so what does broken system, broken trust say? He goes, what? Come on. So he just didn't accept that as an answer.
Yeah,
no, they're trying to hide the fact that they're all corrupt and evil judges. That's why.
No, dude, and then that's in those situations where they show the most hypocrisy, right? Because it's like he's gonna say I want to be able to like be a journalist or whatever and do things like like the journalists do when they go in there and they record in a proceeding or whatever, right? But they don't want to follow the rules of other reporters and like talk to the media person and make sure that they know ahead of time what they're trying to record, the proceedings at what time, and all that other stuff that reporters have to do. Like reporters have to go through a protocol in order for them to be able to film in there. They don't just pop in there with their cell phones. So that's number one. And then the second part is they're going to say, oh, well, it's not because I'm really a journalist. I'm over there to exercise my rights, and I'm going to be this, freedom fighter or whatever. Well, it's like, okay, well, then if it's about the freedom fighting or the checking on the government's, stuff, why do you have to involve people that don't want to be on camera? Why do you have to involve anybody that has anything to do outside of the court or the people who are there to work for the court? You make it about the people that don't want to be on camera because, you know that that's going to cause more conflict than you getting on the people in the court. And you know that the court is going to shut you down, so it's easy to point at the people. But that's the whole point, is that you're not there for the people either which way, but you're still going to point at the people first because they're going to give you the best conflict. So they contradict themselves so hard when they go to court, like to court proceedings and stuff like that, and they mention that stuff. So it's easy to just let them know that, you can see right through them. At least, that's what I would have told them.
No, yeah, absolutely. But again, that's the perfect example of what I was saying earlier, like the idea that that's why you can't talk to these people. They ask you a question, you answer it. They simply just choose not to accept the answer. So how do you talk to somebody like that? How do you tell somebody that, this is a pen if they say, no, it's not? No, look, see, it's a pen. It has the thing and the ink and it's all that. No, it doesn't. Okay, listen. That's what this is. Like, what do you mean? No, it's not.
That's being a bad faith actor. That's what I tell you, man. Like I don't necessarily like to deal with them anymore. Like I'm pretty much done since I've seen most of the.
Well, I've noticed that about you. Like you're zero patience. Like you're like, get out of here. I don't even want to.
Completely like I don't care. Like I don't need to hear it. I don't want to know it. We've been in circles. We've done it in circles with Rogue. We've done it in circles with BSBT. We've done it in circles with, you name the frauditor. We just go in circles and circles, and all we want is for them to show a little bit of respect to people who don't want to be on camera, and to stop telling people that they're journalists and that they know the law and stuff like that. Because it's like you're hurting, things that are for real, and at the same time you're also, making a mockery of, you know, actual people who do work hard to get their law degrees and work hard in the courts every day to understand, the laws that they understand. I mean, it's not easy to know the law. I mean, shoot, there's specific attorneys for specific things, and I wish they would get it to their head that, you know what, if you just look at certain things like criminal to civil law and things like, industrial law, things like that, all these things that encompass, what is, the law, that they could at least understand that it's not something that you can get overnight and you could just learn, watching some YouTube videos, that they would have at least that much respect for the profession, that they could say that,
That is a perfect example. Well, here is a perfect example of that. Okay. This is, from what you just said, this is exactly the kind of thing that you're talking about. These guys think they know the law so well. Whenever they talk about driving versus traveling, right? They always bring up UCC 18 blah, 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 whatever. They always bring up commercial code, right? But their big argument is they're not driving in a commercial capacity. So, first of all, that argument itself doesn't hold water. But even if it did, you cannot say, I'm not driving in a commercial capacity, and then take commercial laws that only apply to people who are driving in a commercial capacity and use them as an excuse for doing what you're doing if you're insisting you're not working in commercial. Like UCC, United Commercial Code, like,
Yeah.
But
dude,
they always...
That's what it is, man. It's just headaches. All it is headaches. You saw Artie going nuts with Robbie the other day, and
dude,
I was too sick to like comment on the chat. But that if I hadn't that cold, man, I would have been going off on that chat, dude. I think every 2 seconds I was coughing, like going nuts, like because I couldn't believe what I was hearing from this kid, and it's just the way it is, like this is them, like they're either hardcore soft sits that like want anarchy and they want they want to funny because they're the ones that always say, oh, the strongest can survive. I bet you they won't last like the first week of something like that happening. So it's like that's what they want, and us, we just want people to understand that it's not really that broke, you know what I mean, and it's been doing pretty well. We just gotta get over ourselves a little bit. We gotta be able to, say, what's important, what isn't. And,
sorry, I'm tasing my doll in the neck.
I feel you, man. No, I feel you. No, yeah, that's why I tell you, like, I really have no patience whatsoever. And if you're not gonna come in good faith when I hear you like start talking in the chat or something, if I'm a moderator, you're on. I really don't. I mean, if the the creator wants them to come back, I won't like delete them or nothing. I won't take them off the thing. But I think sometimes we deserve a break from that madness. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hold on a second. Let's see. I got a $2.99 super chat from Space Trucker. Space Trucker, thank you. Yay. Thank you so much. What?
Did you read Space Trucker's $2.99?
Yeah, bring back the stocks. Put them in the stocks and start throwing rotten produce at them. See, that would be great. Like, bring back the stocks. Then when you catch a frauditor, you put them in the stocks and put their camera in their hand and let them film themselves getting pelted with vegetables and rotten eggs. That'd be beautiful. Space Trucker is entered into the March raffle. Yay, Space Trucker.
What you got going for the March raffle?
What I got?
What do you got in the March raffle?
Oh, well, like I said, I'm definitely going to give a full set, all 110 of the cards, and a copy of my book. What else specifically the prize package is going to entail, I haven't finalized yet because there is a possibility that there might be some more of these coming, but I don't physically have them in my hands yet, the voodoo dolls. And I don't want to promise anything that I don't actually physically have available at the moment, because if something happens and I don't get them and then someone wins, then I'm a liar. So I don't want that to be a thing, especially with money involved, you know.
I mean, you've been going so good so far, right? Why start now?
Start lying? Anyway, let's watch this video. This is the new Radical video. I wanted to show this because this is another idiot driver. Oh boy, these people are so stupid with their dumb. And the fact that the whole driving and getting pulled over thing is still a thing is ridiculous to me too. You'd think the word would have got out by now that you actually do need a driver's license to drive.
Well, I get it. I get it. I know why it keeps going as far as the cart thing, because since these things are not like these are things that people that are actually trying to do, like they're actually trying to get away with,
and all that good stuff.
I think it comes down to the challenge. Like it's like,
in the car.
oh, you couldn't get it because you didn't do this right. You couldn't get. You know what I mean? Like that's how I see the.
I was playing the video. What happened? Are you? Can you hear me? Hello?
You didn't hear me?
Was I muted or something? I don't know what happened. I was playing the video and then all of a sudden the sound appeared for me, and I didn't know what the heck was going on.
Oh, I thought the video was paused. I couldn't even hear the video.
Oh, yeah, I was watching Radical.
Oh, this is awkward.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is the Mexican. Hey,
oh, no.
Hey, the Mexican.
Anyway, listen, Graham says, in my opinion, and I think this might be a good idea, do the cards for the March raffle, and then if I get more voodoo dolls, do them for the April raffle. So there you go. That'll work. But anyway, let's check out this Radical video. Sorry about the technical difficulty there, guys. I didn't mean to. It's live. It happens on live TV. What are you gonna do?
What's the problem?
It's not regular.
What's that?
Oh, no, license plates, registration, all that good stuff.
Yes, license plates, registration, and all that good stuff. Let's just hope he doesn't have bad stuff in the car.
I do got registration. I do got registration. I just don't have somebody stole my plates, but I have all the.
It has to be displayed on the vehicle.
Somebody stole my plates.
Hey Trey, have you ever been arrested in San Francisco?
No.
Have you ever been arrested in California?
Yeah.
You have? You know when?
A long time ago.
Okay, but you have been arrested in California? But not San Francisco, right?
No.
Am I sensing a bit of a uh-oh factor? That's a long bit of braining you had to do there. So I guess he does have bad stuff in the car. Brain refusing to brain.
Sir, can you just go ahead and put the phone down? I'm going to go ahead and open this door.
For what?
Okay? We're going to go ahead and take you out of the car really quick.
For what?
Because we're unable to identify you, sir.
I just gave you my ID.
We can't ID you.
I'm not on parole or probation. I haven't done nothing wrong. I was just sitting here.
Are we just going to allow that double negative? Well, apparently not.
I'm not getting out of my vehicle. No, there's no reason for me to get out of my vehicle. You guys know who I am. I just gave you my ID. No, I'm not getting out of my vehicle. I'm not getting out of my vehicle. There's no reason for me to get out of my vehicle.
No reason. So the lawful order you were just given to get out of the vehicle is no reason? Seems a bit unreasonable and contrary to popular belief. I don't do puns.
There's no reason for me to get out of my vehicle, sir. I was doing nothing wrong. I was breaking no law. That's crazy.
Wait a minute.
That's crazy. That's crazy. How you just asked me to step out of my vehicle for what? What have I done? I'm not on probation, not a fourth waiver.
Where's the paperwork for the car, sir?
It's in the back.
Where in the back?
It's in the yellow envelope. I can get out and get it for you guys if you like. Or I can climb back there and get it for you guys if you like.
Please don't climb back there. Thank you, though. Like where in the yellow envelope? Which, the far back or the back?
It's in the back. Where the bike is. Yeah. Okay.
Mate, why is this actually becoming an issue? Because you were asked license registration and it's in the back of the car. Why isn't it within reaching distance so you can actually hand it over when the officer asks you for it? It's almost as if, I can't really put my finger on it. You're trying to make the situation harder than it needs to be.
But I can get my own stuff. I don't need nobody to open up my doors or nothing like that. I said I can grab it myself though. I can grab it. I don't need you guys
doing that?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
And does it have everything in there from when you bought the car?
Yeah.
Okay. When did you buy the car?
A couple months ago.
Could you do me a favor? Just I can barely hear you. You can just open.
A couple months ago.
I'm not gonna.
A couple months ago, sir.
Don't you just love it when these guys always have their window open in a tiny little sliver so you can't really understand the man when you're standing outside? Just another check mark on their script.
A couple months ago.
A couple months ago?
Yes, sir.
From where?
From my dad and his wife.
Oh.
Hey,
It's like a family. Come on out.
Yes.
I don't want to exit my vehicle.
At this point, it's not really up to you, now is it? You've been given a lawful order to exit the vehicle, and now you're gonna go, meh.
I said that you're gonna come on out.
I'll climb over there and get it for you guys.
Climbing in your car, sir.
Because as soon as I open up this door, you guys are gonna put me in cuffs or something. Like that's what they did to me last time. That's what they did to me last time.
We're not putting you in cuffs.
Under the condition that you're stepping out of the vehicle right now, but you're not gonna do that, are you? Please remain in your car so we can actually have some giggles at your expense.
I don't trust you, sir. Last time I had the same issue. I opened up my door. As soon as I opened up my door, they started accusing me of resisting arrest and started like breaking my fucking wrist. And then they put me in the back of the police car for having no insurance.
I'm not gonna do that. So let's just go ahead and step on out of the car, okay?
Man, I don't feel comfortable stepping out of my vehicle, sir. I would like to speak to your sergeant.
Sir, go ahead and step on out of the car just so we can get the paperwork out of the back, okay?
I can reach back there and grab it.
Oh, for fuck's sake, stop reaching in your car. Why are you doing this? You're just deliberately trying to escalate the situation. And then, of course, you're gonna claim that the officers were trying to escalate the situation when it's clearly you. You wanna guess who's resisting right now?
You're just gonna open my door. See that's why I don't get out of my vehicle for the police, because you guys violate. I've done nothing wrong. I told you where my stuff was at. What are you talking about? I gave you everything you've asked for. I gave you everything you've asked for. I've given you everything you've asked for.
That's so. So why are they still not in possession of your license, registration, and brain? Not that you can actually deliver the last part, but hey, there's still some stuff missing from the list that you're supposed to hand over.
Except for the paperwork for the car.
It's back there.
That's why we said to come on out. So, come on out. Just do me a favor, put your phone down.
No, I'm not putting my phone down.
Sir, I'm telling you to put your phone down.
No, I'm not putting my phone down. This is for me to record for my safety. I'm not putting my phone down. No.
Put the phone down.
No.
Get out of the car, sir.
No. For what? What do I need to get out of the car for? I'll get out the car.
What's your first name?
D-Ray.
Okay, D-Ray, you are under arrest right now for resisting and delaying a police officer, okay?
What?
So right now you
For
are
resisting?
under arrest, okay?
I'm under arrest for resisting?
Again.
Oh, for fuck's sake, don't act all surprised. What were you doing? You were resisting. It's not that hard to understand. No, I don't think he knows, guys. That, or he does know and doesn't want us to know that he knows. You know, he's pretending. That's what he's doing. A troll driving a car. Oh, there.
For resisting?
Get out of the car, yes.
For resisting? I'm resisting arrest? What am I being arrested for?
So
I'm being arrested? I'm resisting arrest?
let me just talk to you, okay? So right now, we just need to figure out if you're the owner of the car, okay?
I am the owner of the car.
So we need the paperwork to show that you own the vehicle. So right now, that's why we need you to get out so you can go get the paperwork.
Step out and hands on
See what I'm seeing? Hell no. Hell no. I am being compliant. I'm about to get out. I'm about to get out and get you guys the fucking paperwork. I don't need you guys to put my hands above my head and cuff me up and stuff. I've done nothing wrong. I've done nothing wrong.
It's just so we gotta make sure nothing else is on you.
I'm not getting out of my vehicle, man. No, I'm not getting out of my vehicle. I'm not fourth waiver, parole, or probation. I've done nothing wrong.
Well, then
I've
they're
done
gonna
nothing
drag
wrong.
you out, you
My
douche-canoe.
traffic violation, I wasn't even driving the vehicle. So me not having plates.
Oh, he was traveling
I'll
the
take
vehicle?
the ticket for that. But you guys are not just going to drag me out of my vehicle and cuff me up. This is a traffic violation. There's no reason for me to get out of my vehicle.
This vehicle's stolen or not? Because we don't know if you're the owner. That's why we're trying to
resisting arrest.
No, try and keep up. You're resisting. You're interfering with the investigation. You did all the things wrong. And if you keep resisting, you're gonna get arrested for resisting arrest. It's really not that hard. Why is it so hard for this guy? Well, I guess we know why it's so hard for this guy. He's pretending to not understand what's going on. This would have been over real quick, you know? But no, he has to make it difficult.
Come on, it's a Trump charge, man. I've been recording. I haven't resisted anything. Come on, man. That's crazy.
We just need to make sure it's not stolen, okay? I'm not saying...
I know it's not stolen, though, so I'm telling you it's not stolen. You want to, sir? You can look in the back.
Oh, holy hell. You just told them that it's not stolen. No, maybe the officers need to go home now because you just told them that they're trying to figure out if it's not stolen by having the information so they can check it in the computer, mate. You telling them it's not stolen is exactly what someone would say that stole it.
Yep.
It's in a yellow envelope. It's in a yellow envelope. You can get all the information you need. I don't feel the need to have to step out of my car. I've done nothing wrong.
Come on out of the car.
I've done nothing wrong.
Come out of the car now.
Are you serious?
Yeah. You need to get out of the car.
Are you serious?
So please step on out. Come on, man. Come on. Really quick.
Oh, wow. No, I'm not giving you my phone, man. What the? That's crazy.
Okay.
That's crazy. That's
Just relax. Just relax. Just relax. Turn around. Turn around.
What are you guys? Why am I handcuffed?
Right now.
Why am I being handcuffed?
They've explained it to
I'm
you
not
52
resisting
times
anything.
already.
I'm not being arrested. I have broken no
Yes, you
law.
are.
Why would I be resisting when I've broken no law, sir?
You're yelling at I'm trying to
I've
explain
broken no law, sir.
Can I explain?
That's crazy.
Can I explain it to you?
That's crazy. I knew you guys were going to do this.
No, you were waiting for them to do this. There's a difference. You did everything within your power to make it so. And, well, now it is so. You want to take a guess whose fault this is? It's not mine. It's not the police officers. It's certainly not Cow, because she's nowhere to be found. This only leaves you as the main character in this story.
You guys lie to motherfuckers all the time.
But
That's crazy.
You're not listening to us. That's why you're being placed.
I'm not listening.
Thank you, Ray, so much for the $10 super chat. And you are entered into the March raffle once again. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support. Love you.
If you said, hey, you know what?
If I would have got out of my car to get my thing, you guys still would have done this to me.
No, we
sir.
wouldn't have.
I promise.
That's crazy.
No,
If
we
you would
wouldn't
have been
have.
like, hey, I'll get out of my car.
That's
I'm gonna go get
crazy.
it. And if you listened when they told
That's
you,
crazy.
Sharp that can cut the
No,
arrow.
I'm not.
Do you have any needles,
I'm not
knives, or
okaying
anything like that?
search. I'm not okaying any search. I'm not a
Do you
fourth
have
waiver,
any
parole, or
needles, knives,
probation.
or anything like
So
that?
let's-
I am
let's
not
not-
okaying. I am not okaying the search.
but this.
I am not
just make
okaying
sure you
a
have no
search.
weapon.
I am not okaying a search. I am not a fourth waiver, parole, or on probation. Can you please get out of my pocket?
No, so this
Well,
is
because
Can you
make sure have your
please
weapons.
get out of my pocket?
Well, I don't know if this
Can
is a
you
weapon.
please?
It
Y'all
feels
got
like a
all the
weapon.
weapons.
Where's
Can you please get out of my pocket?
where's the
I am not.
paperwork?
I am not consenting. It's in the bag. I am consenting to
don't
no
have to consent.
search.
You don't have to consent to a search.
I do have to.
No, you
I have to be a fourth
You
waiver.
think
parole, and
murderers
probation.
with murder weapons in their pocket consent to being searched?
Yes. That's called man. My constitutional rights.
Where's the paperwork to show that you're the owner of the vehicle now?
This guy thinks that his
Do I have
behavior
to open the bag?
was
I thought I was supposed to be
treated
doing it.
nicely.
Yeah, but I mean, now you're not listening.
That's pretty much the end of the video there anyway. It cuts off right at that point. What now?
This guy doesn't understand that his behavior is what's gotten him in this situation. Like, if he just gave up the license, then everything would be cool. But obviously, he doesn't have it, or whatever. He doesn't have any money to pay for his registration or whatever. It's like, dude, this is worse. Just take the bullet. You know what I mean? Like, hey, you messed up. They're gonna tow your car. Get it towed and learn your lesson. Jeez, like all of this is just extra.
What he did too is Glenn Serial used to do this all the time too. What it is it's this thing where it's like, okay, if you get pulled over, unless you're like from another planet and you don't understand being a human on Earth, or maybe you're a kid and you just started driving. But other than that, if you get pulled over, depending on where you live, the cop's going to be like, driver's license, proof of insurance, registration, whatever, every jurisdiction, what they ask for is different. Driver's license is absolutely always everywhere, right? That's number one.
Yeah.
But if they ask for your license, registration, blah, 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 I have always, and everyone I have always known, always keeps all of their important documents about their car in the glove compartment. You get pulled over, you open the glove compartment, you pull the documents out, you hand them to the cop. These guys keep the important documents in the trunk.
Yeah.
So when the cops say, "Where's your documents?" "Oh, it's in the trunk." Well, get out of the car and get them. "Well, I'm not getting out of my car." "Well, then why do you keep them in your trunk?"
Yeah, and dude, it's like, can't you see what's happening? Like, can't you see they're asking you for information, and you're saying, oh well, I know the information. Great, give us the proof so we can move this along. Now you continue to not give us the proof, and when we ask you for the proof, you want to go against whatever we say, because for you have to be committing some sort of crime. Well, if we don't investigate the crime, there can't be a crime. So you're in our way. So
right,
you're committing a crime now. It's like
yes,
I can't see why you can't put it together. It's like you can't put that together. It doesn't make sense. Like, yeah, it's not consensual. It's never gonna be. If a cop has to stop you, it's not gonna be consensual. You're not gonna like it. But guess what? That's life. That's society. That's the way we run. And if you want to change something, you do it at the legislation level. You go to city hall, you go to your legislator, and you change something that you don't want to be anymore. But you don't take it out on the cop, and you don't make your life more harder by getting a bunch of charges that you shouldn't get just because you don't want to show some paperwork. Jeez.
Yeah, it's crazy. And again, the whole idea of like all of these guys, they're always like, this is my personal private property. This is my conveyance. Okay, so show us the registration or something that proves it's yours. Well, was this reported stolen? So you want us to wait? Like, they never, and this always comes up, that you never hear these guys. If you really think about their arguments, there are so many situations where it's like, okay, you're upset because the cop stopped you when you didn't do something wrong. But you know who would be even more upset is all of the people who, if you did do something wrong and they stopped you, but they let you go, when people found out that the cops had this guy, but they let him go.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, so many stories go like that. I mean, the bank robbers in Hollywood, that whole thing about letting them go when they found them with like 6 firearms and like grenades and all kinds of stuff. It's like, you let them go, and it's like, now you don't want anything like that to happen ever again. So yeah,
right.
It's just a matter of, that's like, you can believe what you want to believe, but at least understand that an officer has no intentions on hurting anybody. If you just follow his orders, he's gonna do what he has to do. Now, is there situations ever where that situation has gone bad or sour? I'm sure, I'm sure we can pull up an exception, but almost every single time in every single jurisdiction, it's gonna go down one way. You're gonna give your information, you're gonna get some tickets, or you're gonna get your car impounded, whatever the case may be. But that cop is not looking to either hurt you, number one, number two, lock you up, or number three, especially not, try to put holes into you. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous.
This is one of the things that I wish I like when BSBT was on that panel yesterday, but not just to him, but to all of these guys, especially the frauditors. Every day, hundreds of videos are posted online of frauditors getting in the faces of cops, and they don't see. How could they not see? Watch your own videos, you idiots. If the cops are doing what you say they're doing, how come you're not in a coma? How come you're not dead? Because they're getting in cops' faces, and according to them, the second they get in the cops' face, the cops should be beating them and shooting them and murdering them and throwing them and locking them up. But that's not happening at all. So where are all these horrible, terrible tyrants that you guys are exposing? Because they asked you for ID? Oh, no. Oh, boy.
Yeah, that's the thing that always gets me. Like they say things like cops terror. You know what? Fuck. You reminded me of a comment section that I was in because I went to that stupid We the People university with that one dude that NCR has been exposing, and I was in a comment section and this one guy was saying that, oh, if the cops just look at the people as enemies, then they're gonna think that we're all enemies and they're gonna want to hurt us all the time. And so I got in his comment section. I told him, don't you think that logic would work? The other way around. If you think that way too, like you might think that the cops are just your enemies if you just look at them that way too. So maybe think about what you're saying there. And then he tells me that no, that we can't be on the same level as officers because, according to him, officers terrorize people. And I was
criminals.
Like, yeah. I told him, dude, what was the cop that terrorized you today? Because I haven't been terrorized in like years. I don't know when was the last time you were, but I don't remember being terrorized by cops. And why would we think that cops are the ones that are terrorizing people daily? Like, that's ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like, there's people who think like that, bro. And that's the stuff that really gets to me. Like, it really upsets me when people talk like that, And these are not, subsets or frauditors. They're just regular people who, consume, everyday YouTube like me, and I don't get what they see that I don't.
Right. And let's see, wait. They're not tyrants because they asked for ID. They're tyrants because they basically told a frauditor no.
Well, Unclean, if you like, I could just do your impression and
Unclean. Oh no. Yeah, he does. He does talk a lot, Unclean. But we don't want him to talk in your voice because he does a very bad impression of you. That's quite offensive to cowboys.
It's all right, Unclean Hands. If I annoy anybody, I'm glad I'm annoying you. You're my favorite, bro.
That's great. I kind of like it when you two get into it. It's great. Uncle Artie's Bar Grill Stupidity, $1.99. Thank you.
Speaking of the devil, I was going to say just like Uncle Artie, Unclean Hands, and Uncle Artie can be the most what do they call it? Ornery. That's the English words that I have trouble with. Ornery. But they could be the most ornery, characters you may find, but they can be that with me because it's like they just for some reason they just have all my respect. I love them. They can talk shit to me all day. I'll never mind. I'll just crack up. They're awesome.
Yeah, they're just having fun. It's always that's one of the things that I love about this place is that we all have fun together. We're the family, and right now I want to show a new video from Blackheart Night. This is a video entitled "Frauditor Gets Educated by the Police." So let me go ahead and get that on screen for you, and let's watch that. All right. Boom.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Well, hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. In today's video, we find ourselves in Broomfield, Colorado with Cache Valley Transparency. And he is trying to film inside the local police department, but he doesn't even get past the front doors. Oh, poor little idiot. Do you want to go home and get some milk and cookies? I mean, it should make you feel better. I mean, they don't make me feel better, but maybe they would you. At any rate, the police completely deny him entry into the building using some major logic bombs. So now let's sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Yeah, she got her 15 minutes. I guess I should have got her name, but I don't really care. It's not a big deal. Is there a sergeant or a lieutenant or someone I can talk to about your sign you guys have out here? Yeah, because it says I'm not allowed to record in here.
Right, you're not allowed to.
I know, so that's what I'm asking, so I can talk to somebody outside so I don't get arrested for exercising my First Amendment right being in a public building.
Jamie, Mayor the gentleman that's been walking around the building with the camera, he's asking you to speak to a sergeant outside.
This is the moron behind the camera, and he is responsible for this pixelated mess that you're going to have to get used to on this video. Thankfully, it's not going to be around for very long. But he's going to have to get a better camera if he wants to play around with the bigger frauditors. Speaking of bigger frauditors, this guy was at the Sheridan meeting that Denver Metro Audits, had that infamous encounter at. So if anybody's interested in another angle of that original speech, link is in the description below, but be warned, the video ends before all the commotion happens, so don't even bother looking through that video for it.
Yeah, up front with you. Thank you. Bye. Just
What's your name?
Officer Hoagland.
Huh, appreciate you, man. Thank you. This is the sign we're talking about. So I was just wondering about that sign you guys have out there. You know, that's a direct violation of the First Amendment of the Constitution, right?
Of course, it's not against the Constitution, you moron. Videoing is not mentioned in it whatsoever. And the 10th Amendment allows for states to create laws that are not covered in the Constitution, and that's exactly what Colorado did here. They gave the agencies the right to create policies that would be helpful to them. And these police officers are going to explain this to this idiotic frauditor, but he's going to whine and cry about it.
Of course.
So it's a public building, and you're allowed to film inside public buildings.
Okay, this is the police department. We contain
It's a public building.
Okay. I'm gonna answer your question. So I won't interrupt you if you don't interrupt me.
All right.
Okay. So the question is about the signage, and that you believe that that's a violation of your First Amendment.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna tell you that this is a public building. It's a police department. We welcome you in. But in order to film, there's victim information, there's case-related information as it relates to investigations that we're conducting. That we can't have people similar to a hospital.
Hey, yes.
I'm telling you, they won't.
Yes.
What?
Oh,
What?
my bad. I don't know. It delayed on me. Is it running fine over there?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, everybody. It just slowed down on me. I thought it was messing up, but I guess it's just me. Sorry.
All right. Yeah, we're all good, homie.
Good logic bomb by that officer right there. You got investigations that are going on, private information that might be exposed, that a camera might pick up on. So basically, they are trying to protect the information from getting out on the internet, where criminals can definitely use it to their advantage, and that's the whole argument right there. Well, a good chunk of it anyway. Now let's go ahead and watch this frauditor try to use that tired old argument that it's up to them to create the privacy and all that. You know, you've seen it over and over again. These idiotic frauditors don't have an original thought in their brains. Just follow the script and you'll be fine. That's all it is for them. That's all it ever will be. Just the script, nothing else. Nothing new, nothing original.
I understand that.
Because there's information and stuff like that that's sensitive. So that's the reason the signage there exists.
But do you know why that is?
Say what?
What that's like a HIPAA law, right? That what you're quoting is HIPAA.
Okay.
Okay. And do you know what HIPAA? That has. Appreciate that, man. Thank you. HIPAA has to do with you guys protecting people's information. If I'm in if I go into the city clerk's office and someone's getting a driver's license, and the city clerk, while I'm standing there filming, says, "Hey, what's your social security number?" and the person gives it out, that's not my fault. That's the city clerk's fault for doing that in a public setting like that.
Bingo! He followed the script and used the argument. That same tired, old, worn out argument that he did not come up with to begin with. Let me ask you something. Do you have no will to create anything on your own, or are you just going to follow the script and be a frauditor bootlicker for the rest of your life? Well, let me answer that question for you. Of course, you're going to bow down and lick the boots of every other frauditor that came before you, especially the ones that created the script to begin with. So here's the rebuttal to that standard argument. They are creating the privacy by kicking your sorry ass out the door so the information can be protected from jackasses like you. It is a preventative measure. And if you don't like it, you can go home to your pillow and fill it full of tears, you whiny little
Oh God, I'm
crybaby
glad he said tears.
frauditor.
How does that relate to the kind of information that we have in this department?
Well, you guys should have that in closed doors in the back somewhere, right? If you guys are doing an investigation, you guys shouldn't be sitting in the lobby of the police department.
People report crime cases. Sometimes they come through the front door.
Perfect. I understand that.
And they say sensitive
Yep.
things. They say
I understand that.
So that's why.
So that's what you guys should take them into a back office or a back room and take down their information, write a report, and do everything.
See, right there, what this guy is saying. This is what I keep saying, and these pro frauditors are saying that I'm exaggerating. What did this guy just describe? Exactly what I always say. This whole idea of building more walls, getting rid of all windows, getting rid of all everything. Like, no. You gotta, if somebody comes in to report a crime, you gotta grab them and hide them in the back so that if some random idiot wobbles in with the phone, they won't catch their personal private information. So nothing but walls, no windows, no anything anywhere, just locked doors. And like you have to, because if it's just a place that you could go in to make your report, then they're going to say it's publicly accessible. So it has to be something that's locked. So you're a victim of a crime. You can't go report the crime. No, you got to go and you got to go to the locked door and you got to knock and maybe make an appointment and then wait for them to open the door and slide you into the, like, how is that a better world? How is that more freedom? What is wrong with these idiots that they believe this nonsense?
What is it? What is it with all you Americans and your walls, eh? You guys always have all the walls, always building all the walls. Why you guys all about all these walls, eh? We gotta have less walls, Holmes. You know, we gotta calm down. We gotta relax, take a chill pill. You know, calm down. That's it. Get your Corona. You know, get a Corona, and relax, Holmes. Gosh, you're always on the stress. There's all the walls. They're totally tall. Relax, huh?
That's the problem, man. I'm not the one being racist. You are. I know you're Mexican, but you said Corona. That's white guys doing Mexicans. If you were actually doing the Mexican thing, it'd be Modelos. But anyway,
I'm an asshole.
Or Cervezas.
Thank you. You have set me straight there, Hezokuai. I apologize. I have been a terrible Mexican for all of you out there. I deeply apologize. I said Corona. I purged that from my lips. From now, we do nothing but tequila shots. Oh, yeah.
Tequilas. Yes. You got to eat the worm.
You eat it.
All right. Jimbo says, hey, Cheech, man, pass it over. I'm sorry. Uncle Artie, I understand your computer's broken. You don't have to remind me every 2 seconds. What's that? Use one of my other commercials. Okay, I got you. We'll get there, buddy. We're still watching this video. Uncle Artie's a trip, too. I love you guys. All right, back to the video.
Everything. That's a public lobby. I am
You're a
allowed to go
public
in that
nuisance.
lobby and film. Per the First Amendment of the Constitution. Your sign is in direct violation of the First Amendment of the Constitution. And I will guarantee that that sign will come down at some point because of me.
Oh, looky what we have here. A frauditor that's making predictions that I guarantee you won't
Threats.
happen.
Call them threats.
All right. Is there anybody else I can talk to?
Fraud-splaining. He's
Do you guys have-
fraud-splaining.
That's just the chief saying that?
I don't like that word fraud splitting. It's like, it sounds bad.
Fine.
Fraud.
Who's the one that
Fraud.
put it up?
That is just an ordinance that we have.
I know. Do you understand that ordinances are the lowest rung of laws in the land of the United States? Do
The
you know what
frauditors
top
are the
laws
lowest
the
rung
United
of
States are?
humanity.
The Constitution. Did you swear an oath to the Constitution in order to do your job? Okay, so then you should honor and respect people who want to.
A very sad and uneducated argument from the frauditor, considering that, yeah, he is honoring his oath to the Constitution, and the 10th Amendment of the Constitution grants states the right to create laws that are not covered in the Constitution, and filming is not covered in the Constitution. You moron. That is freedom of the press under the First Amendment. That is covered under that. And that does not grant you the right to walk into a building and antagonize people. All that does is grant you the right to publish stories without government interference. So do yourself a favor and replace your defective brain with a brain that actually is functional and can actually do some research where you can find out the truth, not make yourself look like a complete moron.
If I was walking around on the sidewalk in Colorado, open carrying a weapon, would that be a problem? So that's a constitutional right, correct? So you have no problem with someone doing their constitutional right of walking around open carrying a gun in the state of Colorado. But you have a problem with someone doing their First Amendment right as a journalist, going into a public building and recording.
I don't have a problem with that, sir. What I have a
No,
problem
you
with-
do.
Okay, remember when I said I won't interrupt each other? So I do have a problem with protecting victims.
I understand that.
Okay, so that is where that stems from. I have an obligation and a duty to protect those people as well.
So are there any victims in there right now?
I wouldn't be able to.
Jesus.
Can you walk in there and see if there's any victims in there?
Again, I don't understand what we achieve by doing that exactly.
Oh, you're saying.
So what you're saying is we should have certain time frames that sign comes up and comes
No.
down based on those victims.
No, I think that sign should be taken down, and I don't care if there's 40 people in there giving statements. That's on you to bring them in a private area so that their information doesn't get out.
Oh, so you don't care if they have to take information from 40 people in that lobby, as long as it's not interfering with your rights. And everybody else's rights in there. It's all about my rights, not theirs. That's the whole issue right there. It's all about what you want, not what everybody else wants. That's the whole thing right there. Well, let me tell you something, asshole. If you're a fan of Star Trek, well, you're going to enjoy this little statement. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. In this case, you're so butthurt over a sign because everybody else needs to get served, but you are left out in the cold. Oh, boo-hoo-hoo. You're such a whiny little snowflake baby.
So if I was in there and I had a memory that I could remember every single thing I ever heard or seen in my entire life, right? And I walked in there without a camera, and I just stood in there, and someone gave their statement saying, blah, 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 did blah, 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 or whatever, right? How's that any different?
No, I'm clean. I'll get a sign and then I'll remove it for you.
That's beautiful, unclean. He's saying, Jerry's saying that he'll put a sign up and then take it down just for you. Oh, man. A camera is not an eye. You can't share an image. You can't zoom in. Thank you, Jerry. Can you do it quietly? Quietly take the sign down.
I don't
Don't
know.
make a lot of noise.
I'll try. I'll try to do it. That's quiet.
All right, that's enough of that.
So if I had a button my shirt, that was a camera, and I walked in there.
Well, that's unknowingly, but we know you were trying to do it.
I understand that. That's what I'm saying. It's a direct.
But it would also
So
still be
you guys don't have any qualified immunity in this state anymore.
Okay.
So you're telling me,
So what does that have to do
with
with
your
it?
qualified immunity completely gone in this state, that if I go into that building, what's going to happen?
Well, again, we're not going to allow you to do that.
I'm asking you.
Because we have a right. We have the.
No, you don't have a right. It's a public
hold on,
building.
hold on one
It's a public building. You don't have any rights of privacy in public.
Okay, that is
Zero.
Not that particular area of the
It
police
is
department.
too.
Pat, listen, this is a secure building.
It's not a secure building. Is the door open?
Listen.
Oh boy, this guy is just full of stupid arguments. The lobby may not be fully secured, but I guarantee you the rest of the building has some security measures to it because it is a police department. Let me ask you something. Do you ever think your arguments through before they actually come out of your mouth? Because you look entirely stupid when spouting all this stuff off. But hey, I guess when you have no brains, you have no common sense. I guess it really doesn't matter what you think of yourself.
Is the door open? Then it's not secure.
If you tried to go beyond the vestibule.
I'm not going on the vestibule.
That is a secure.
I want to stand in the lobby, in the public areas. I don't want to go into a private area. I don't want to go into anybody's office.
Understand that there's an officer running that vestibule. Okay, so if a person comes in there and wants to report a sex assault, they want to report something that they don't want the public to know about, or should they
Bring them into a back room again. Why is this not fitting into your skull?
Because you're wanting to argue. I don't want to.
I'm not trying to argue. I'm trying to exercise my First Amendment right of the Constitution. Being a journalist, going into a public lobby. I don't want to go. I don't want to go into any private offices.
We should both be able to speak.
I understand that.
But you are interrupting.
But you're trying to violate my First Amendment.
Okay, look, we're trying to have a discussion about it, and I'm willing to have a discussion about it, but it's not going to work.
I know, but you're telling me no, no, no. I'm asking you, what happens if I? What happens if I go into that lobby?
You'll be asked to leave.
I will be asked to leave.
Yes, you will be asked to leave because you're not allowed to film in there. We're going to protect victims that come in here and want to report crime or report that they were a victim of a crime. So we will do that. You will be asked to leave, and that's the bottom line.
What happens if I don't leave?
I mean, look.
What happens if I go in there and don't leave?
If you want to discuss the resolution to every single contact we have, we can't do that for you.
Sure, you can.
No,
You're not doing anything right now.
I'm talking to you, and we're going to have a conversation where we don't interrupt each other. I'm willing to stay out here as long as you like.
Perfect.
But as long as we can have.
So I'm going to go into that lobby and record.
You won't do that. So
Yes, I will.
No, listen, hey, stop. Look.
So now you're stopping me from walking on a public sidewalk.
I want no. Okay.
You're stopping me from directly walking on a public sidewalk right now.
You told me you were about to enter the
You're violating the law.
Look.
You're violating the law by stopping me from walking on a public sidewalk.
Are we going to have a discussion, or are you going to continue to interrupt?
I'm telling you, you're blocking my. Follow you guys in there. You're not going to arrest me. You're just going to ask me to leave, right? Perfect.
Okay, please do not come in here and film. Okay, you're not allowed to do that. Okay.
I am too.
Okay, so please just back away from.
I am too. I'm not inside.
Okay.
I'm not stopping anybody from coming inside.
Okay. Please look out real quick. Okay, we want to shut our door. Okay?
I don't need.
Okay.
You're not going to stop me from
You want to
standing here. I'm standing outside. I'm not standing inside.
You're filming inside. The
Exactly.
Okay, so you're not
You
allowed to
can't
do that.
trespass my eyes.
Okay.
I can stand right here.
Your phone is not your eyes.
Dumbass. You're a dumbass. Such a dumbass. You're an ass.
Really? Plain view doctrine? You're gonna go that route, you damn moron? You haven't even taken the time to figure out what that is? That doctrine does not even apply to you. That applies to the police officers. You lame brain paint chip eating dimwit of a moron.
And film inside the building all I want to.
Okay, you're not
Genius.
allowed to do that, okay?
Yes, I am.
Okay, look.
Do not.
Don't. Okay?
You don't, man.
I'm trying to make this
Your qualified immunity is completely gone.
What does
I
that
will
have to do
sue
with
the
it?
living shit out of you, dude. I will be on your pension for the rest of your life.
Okay, all right, that's fine. But listen, I told you why you're not allowed to film inside this building.
Yeah, I know. You're directly violating my First Amendment right to film in public.
We're trying to protect victims.
Do you know how many Supreme Court case laws there are on this, sir? Do you know? Do you have any idea?
And of course, he doesn't cite a single case that is in his favor. Not one. So, you know what? I'm just going to end the video right here because, you know what? He has the same circular argument throughout the rest of the video and he doesn't get in the building. At any rate, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one.
All right, all right. If you're not already subscribed to Blackheart Knight, definitely go check him out. So, what did you think of the resolution of that idiot stupidity there, Jerry?
I'm glad that the cops didn't fold and they kept them out. But it's just it's funny to me because it's like he's such a wuss. You know what I mean? He's like, what are you gonna do to me if I go in there? Oh, you're gonna tell me to leave? Is that what's gonna happen? No. What are you gonna do when I go in there? You tell me to leave? You're just gonna tell me to leave, right? Okay. Oh, well, I'm just gonna walk in there and let's see what you do. It's like, come on, dude. Like it's obvious what you're doing. Like all you're doing is trying to see if the situation is gonna be safe and then act like a tough guy. And like, dude, you're not tough and you're not pushing anybody around. It's so silly. I mean, there should be laws of wasting time. Like we need to start working on that. Like there should be a law for wasting time now. Like not just like obstruction or anything. Like you're literally just wasting people's time. So you need to be put in jail for, triple the time that you wasted. I don't know.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like, it's so bizarre to me that the way that these guys are pushing so hard against the system that their actions are going to make more loss. They're going to make the system more like. How do they not see that? Like they're going to be passing laws to stop these idiots. And it's going to make it, unclean hands. Loitering used to be a thing. Now, if you want to loiter, all you have to do is go like this, and now all of a sudden it's legal. Like basically, the whole Frauditor philosophy is that now that they invented these, all laws mean nothing. As long as you got this going, then you can do whatever you want. Like
and if you're getting accosted by any cops, it's because you're exposing them for their corruption. That's why they're coming after you, not because you're acting like a jackass with a phone.
Right, exactly. But see, this is the thing. This goes back to what I'm saying about how these guys, you can't talk to them. One of the many reasons you can't talk to them is because they redefine words. Like, because like yesterday, when BSBT was on Frauditor Troll, just as an example, but they all do it, not just BSBT. They all do it. They redefine words to the point where it's like, okay, so what happened? He was saying about, how come you guys, like saying all of us on our end, that what we do is we support bad cops acting unlawfully and doing horrible things. But the problem is we don't support that. But your definition of, like, for example, if a police officer pulls someone over for not having a license plate on the back of their car, that's your definition of the cop doing something horribly wrong. So in your mind, we support cops doing horrible things because we think it's okay for them to pull you over if you don't have plates on your car. If you don't have a driver's license and they tell you you can't drive because you don't have a driver's license, they think that that's a violation of your rights. So since we support them asking you for a license and you having one, we support bad cops. That's in their minds.
Yeah. The thing is that they're like tyrants because the cops aren't doing their job. They're basically, that's all they're doing is they're doing their job. But they call them tyrants because they're enforcing laws that they don't want them to be enforced. And so they say, oh, the cop's not doing what his oath is or whatever. But the fact of the matter is that he's a law enforcer, and if the laws are corresponding to what he is doing, then he is doing his job. And if you don't agree with the laws, it doesn't mean that he doesn't get to do his job. The cop could disagree with the laws, but his duty is to do the job that he has been told to do. And so,
Right.
even if he disagrees with the law, even if he feels like it's a bad thing to pull over people just for registration and to tow their cars or whatever, he may have that opinion, but it's not what his job entails. He has to go through whatever procedure he has to when it comes to somebody not having a license, not having a registration, or whatever the case may be. That's like me being upset with the federal laws of weed. I have to live with it, because those are the laws federally. I can't do anything about it. Does that mean the agent that comes after me because his job tells him that he has to do a bust or something like that, and he comes to my house and he takes my farm or whatever, and it's like, oh, like, should I be upset with him, or should I be upset with not knowing my laws and how those things get regulated so that doesn't happen to me? It's like,
Right.
you can't be upset with the agent. The agent's just doing what they're supposed to do. Like, you gotta be responsible for the stuff that you got, and you can't blame it on anybody else when shit goes bad.
Well, that's exactly it. And the excuse that the auditors will always use, and like, if you're actually like logical, that's like what they're kind of, they don't even realize it half of the time, but that's kind of like what they're saying when they try to compare cops to Nazis, is that, well, they were just following orders and it was okay. But there is a thing. If they said that it's against the law to have a yellow shirt, then obviously no, that's bad, but things like what you're saying, like the marijuana laws, like, that's a whole different type of thing. And you can vote for people that are pro marijuana, that are pro changing those laws. Like, there are ways around it. But arguing with the cop on the street corner, that is not the way to handle not liking that law. But the fact
Yeah.
of the matter is, when it comes to traffic laws, so many of them exist for logical safety reasons. Like, well, you're an evil, horrible tyrant who wants me to have insurance on my car. Okay, slam into somebody and you can't afford to pay for fix their car. What's going to happen?
Yeah. So many family members that I know of that got hit, like, out here in LA, and it happens a lot. You get hit by an illegal alien, and it's an unfortunate situation. And sometimes, like, they want to work even though they can't afford insurance or whatever. They'll stop and they'll bite the bullet and they'll sit there and they'll try to work something out. But then there's other times when you don't know, like, what they're thinking, and they might say, "Oh yeah, we're gonna help you fix the car and everything." You want to be a good person because you're like, okay, I don't want to get them in trouble and get them deported or whatever. So I'll we'll fix this, like, some way somehow, and then they just disappear on you. And it's happened to loved ones of mine where they've gotten into accidents, where they've gotten like injuries, like, to their backs and stuff like that. And luckily they had their insurance, but it only covered so much because the other person was liable for so many other things that their insurance didn't cover. And it's something that I see, like, it's something that, like, I've dealt with myself. I got clipped when I was, like, I think I was probably like 20 or something like that, 21, and I got clipped on the freeway. I got into an accident on the freeway, and the person just ran, and my insurance was just enough to cover some things on my car, but not like the people in my that got injured with me and stuff like that. Hospital bills, they don't tell you that, like, it's like you think you got it all covered until something happens, and then it's like, boom, it's like, oh shoot, like, I never thought of it this way, and I don't know what these guys are waiting for, to see something like that, or something to happen to them in that capacity. I don't know.
Yeah. So look, Glenn Serio's leggings says, not a single frauditor has ever caught real corruption, police brutality in their little camera phones. If these things happen so frequently, how come they never capture any of it? That's weird. And you know what? I was saying that earlier. Like, I say that all the time. If these cops were as horrible as these guys always say they are, then Why is it that there are so many Frauditor videos? Why do these videos even exist? If these cops are out there doing all these horrible, horrible, tyrannical things to people and beating people, then how come there are hundreds and thousands of Frauditor videos? You would think that 90% of the time, based on the way these guys talk, that if you walk up to a cop and start giving him a hard time, he's going to beat you with the stick and kick you and put you in a coma, maybe shoot you. But that's not what happens, is it? They go up to the cop, they argue with him for 2 hours, and then they say, walk of shame. And I've always made this argument. Walk of shame does not exist. It doesn't exist. It's a myth. Why? Because if you're filming the cop doing the walk of shame, then what that means is that, number one, if you're saying walk of shame, then your freedom of speech wasn't infringed. You're still talking. Your right to film wasn't infringed because you're still filming him as he walks away. What did the cop do that he needs to be ashamed of? What is the walk there? You did not get beaten into a coma. You didn't get your phone taken from you and smashed. You didn't get your lips shut by being your jaw busted. Like, where are all these horrible, evil tyrants that you're supposedly uncovering? By filming a cop asking you for your ID? That makes him a tyrant because he asked? You always say, if there's no expectation of privacy in public, if you don't want random idiots filming you, then don't leave your house. Stay home. How about this? If you don't want random cops trying to get your ID, don't be a frauditor. Right?
Yeah. That would be the easy answer, right?
I'm telling you.
Frauditors live a life of shame. Holding my groin, I think it's scary in that. I think they live a life of no shame. That's,
yeah, right.
I think that's the biggest issue with them, that they have none whatsoever. Because this is, I mean, at this point, like I said, this is why I don't deal with them. That's why I cut them off. I'm done trying to have a good faith word with them or even a debate, because it's like they obviously are only doing it to create conflict. Everything is true what our great Schrodinger's cat once said: you gotta lie to fraud it. And that's what they do. They're consistently lying, and the only reason they're doing it is because this is the new, way of making money. When you're a terrible person, you wanna,
get paid to be a professional asshole. That's what
yeah,
frauding
exactly.
is.
That's all it is. Because there's always going to be sick people out there that do want to see them thrive, not because of some First Amendment right, but because they like seeing people, being teased and made to suffer and stuff like that. That's what they like, and unfortunately, that's the audience that feeds into them.
Right. So I got a Debos video up on the show. It's called Sausage Breakdown Part 1. Because we love Debos here and we support his channel. If you guys aren't subscribed to Debos Nation, definitely check him out and subscribe today. And I think this one's interesting because it kind of breaks down like from a legal point of view, and I like that stuff. So let's check this one out together, shall we?
Everybody, welcome back to the channel.
I'm gonna take a breather on this one, so just I'm gonna sit back. So let me know when it's done. I'll be listening to it. Or when you want to, whatever.
And I found a lawyer here by the name of Michael DeSharo. His YouTube channel name is NYC Law Guy, so New York City Law Guy. He's an established lawyer, but he's relatively new to YouTube. He only has 169 subscribers, as you can see. So if you could head over to his channel, subscribe to him, tell him Debos Nation sent you, and I'll try and get him on the show here for an interview. So please, without further ado, let's take a look.
No. All right, sit down, please, sir. Just wait. All right, just wait. Keith, I'm here to correct a mistake by the court. Well, first of all, if the court has made a mistake, are you Wilfred Keith Thompson? No, that's not what I normally go by, no. I see the information. Petition affidavit in terms of person legally speaking, sir. I've tried to clarify this a few times, but apparently the level of the topic. So your name is Keith Thompson? My name is Keith, that's all. Nothing more, nothing less.
And this is where the standoff starts. Any thoughts on who might win?
You don't have a last name, sir? I have a family name, clan name, but that's irrelevant today. So you are not Wilfred Keith Thompson? Okay, one more time on and for the record, I am Keith. Nothing more. And sit down, sir. I'm looking for a Wilfred Keith Thompson. Please sit down, sir. Actually, please sit down, sir. Sorry. Can't do that. I served into the court this morning. Sir, I'm looking for a Wilfred Keith Thompson. You are not that this is person. Sit down, sir. Bailiff, please remove this gentleman from the courtroom. Thank you.
No, don't like that.
That's the person you're looking for. Please, sir, that is the person. I'm trying to remedy things. Touch me and you will be charged. I'm a peace officer. You want to dishonor a court official?
The defendant's on the bailiff's desk.
Sir, are you here on behalf of Mr. Thompson? I said I was the administrator to that account. Are you here as agent for him? Could you guys please back up? Thanks. Are you here as agent for him? Not as agent, as administrator, much like you are administrator of this court. Sir, you're either him or you are here as his agent. I'm to speak on his behalf. Are you either of those? Yes, it's all. Pardon? Yeah, he's in common law jurisdiction, which I established as soon as I came in here this morning and reestablished again. The bailiff understood me. This other bailiff, wherever she went, she understood me as well. I am the law! And this gentleman doesn't like talking. We're going to take a recess. Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
How long? How long, sir? I don't have all day. Thank you. I have things to do. We'll take the court. Yeah, actually, please note that the judge.
If you don't have all day and you're trying not to waste time because you're trying to go about your business and get about your day, why are you playing the sovereign citizen game? When he called your name, why didn't you just say, "Here, Your Honor"? Why did you have to say, "Well, I'm not him. That's an all caps name, and that's not." So then the judge is like, "Well, then he's not here, and you're not a lawyer, so get the hell out of here." Like, but I don't have all day to play these games. Well, then don't play them. Stupid, dumb, stupid.
Judge has abandoned the court. He's abandoned ship, denies unclear claim authority. Case dismissed with cause and prejudice. Have a nice day. See you later.
Loser. So he just said case dismissed without prejudice. Like, he's the defendant and he ordered case dismissed without prejudice?
Well, Hez, didn't you know that our government was made by the people? So we, the people, have all the power, not the three branches of government that we put into play when we made the Constitution. That's not how that works. No, it's we, the people. We, right? It's people. You are people. I'm people.
You mean the ones that hate frauditors? We the people? Them? Well, he's going to get a warrant.
Okay, that's a little clip of a sovereign citizen, and we've seen many, many clips like this before. But let's take a look at what an actual lawyer might say about the actual legalities of this issue. Here is Mike DeShario.
This is Michael
It's
DeShario,
New York
Law
City law
Talk.
guy.
I wanted to make this post because I did it on TikTok. Let me be very clear. There is no legal basis to become a sovereign citizen, state national, American national, however you want to codify this. if you are in the United States, if you're on American land, you are subject to the laws of that county, state, and federal government. There is no way to be in a country and be sovereign from its laws. There is a way legally to give up your American citizenship, and it involves going to another country, going to the consulate, and following that procedure. After which, when you give up your American citizenship, you can no longer come back. But the idea that you can live in this country and not have to live under its laws while at the same time benefiting from its laws is simply legally impossible. No matter what the videos you see, no matter what procedures you see, the United States is not a corporation. It is a nation, a sovereign nation, and its citizens are subject to its laws, whether they like it or not, and its responsibilities and its benefits. So anybody who's trying to sell you anything that says that you can send a letter to the sheriff saying I'm not a citizen, or you can send a letter to the based on the Uniform Commercial Code or maritime law, which has no application in criminal courts. And if you want a clear example of how a state sovereign miserably failed, Google Darrell Brooks, see how it worked out for him.
I love it when a plan comes together.
Oh. I seen this one.
My name is Stephen. I'm here under common law jurisdiction, exercising my rights.
Let's get something straight. We're not here under common law. We're under here statutory provision. That's all I can hear.
Is this Admiralty law, sir?
This is not Admiralty.
What courtroom are we in? Is this a courtroom?
This is a hearing.
Are you a lawful judge? Are you a lawful judge?
Son of a bitch, Paul. Why didn't you just go home? That's your home. Are you too good for your home? Answer me.
Devos always gets me with that one.
Stephen Johnson.
I am the authorized representative.
Are you an attorney? Either you're Stephen Johnson, or we're not having a hearing.
I'm the authorized representative.
There's no such a thing as authorized representative. Either you're Mr. Johnson or you're not.
I'm not Mr. Johnson. I'm here as an authorized representative of the legal entity, Mr. Johnson.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. May God have mercy on your soul.
Attorney.
Oh, I shortened it.
I don't have to answer that question.
Yes, you do.
Am I obligated?
Unless you answer that question, I'm not conducting a hearing.
I'm here in honor, sir. Trying to stay in honor.
Either you're Mr. Johnson or you're not Mr. Johnson. If you're not Mr. Johnson,
I am the legal.
you can't be a legal representative.
Yes, I can. I'm the authorized representative
The only representative
of the legal entity, which was.
is a person. Mr. Johnson.
I am a living being. The Mr. Johnson is a corporation. I'm not a corporation, sir. I'm a living being.
And so is Mr. Johnson.
No, sir.
Well, since Mr. Johnson doesn't appear, I'm going to enter false.
No, I am here. I am here as an authorized representative and in honor of that legal entity. You can't. I'm here trying to resolve the matter, sir. Are you a lawful judge? You're not here
Are you
to.
an idiot?
Don't interrupt him. He is a judge.
I'm sorry. I was just trying to clarify. That's all.
It's like, dude,
What the hell did he say?
When the bailiff tells you, when the bailiff tells you don't interrupt the judge, like you're losing, bro. Shut up.
Yeah. And I love the fact, and obviously, we've all heard this argument so many times. In fact, I know I have too. I've seen that specific video before. I like this because it's a compilation, but there's so many things, like, in this, again, goes back to what I was saying earlier about how they redefine words, right? Like, you can't, if I say, is so-and-so here, they see it as like, if they admit that they're that name, then they're like admitting defeat. Like they're acquiescing to the court's order to treat them as a corporation, right?
Yeah.
But no, they want to know who's in court. You know,
Like they,
is so and so here? No, but I'm here. Okay, well, who the hell are you? Well, I'm the representative for so and so. Well, you're not a lawyer, so get the hell out of here and get so and so here.
they want they want their ideas to work so bad that they want to present this like it's gonna topple over anything that the judge has to say. Like either they believe that they're the first ones that ever said this in court, or they actually believe the stories that this stuff actually works. Because it sounds to me like they're trying to throw it out there like, oh, this is gonna work. You know, like if you actually believe something like that would work, you know what I mean? Like if you were objecting in a proper way, right? You said objection, you feel confident because you feel like that's an objection, right? But these guys are doing it with this stuff that doesn't work, and they don't know that it works. They just want to ruin their lives.
Right. One of the things that I've realized too is, for a lot of these guys, it isn't even so much that they believe that it's going to work. What they believe is that the judges, the lawyers, the cops, all of them, they all know the truth, that this is a big secret conspiracy and that they're a maritime court. Like, they know that you're a corporate fiction. They know that they're a maritime court. They know these things. So when you say that out loud, it's a gotcha. It's like, haha, now I'm showing you that I know the secret. And half the time, the judges and the people never heard of this nonsense before and have no idea what the hell the guy's talking about. But they think that the judges are in on it. Like, oh, this is a scam. And by me saying that, I just showed them that I know the truth.
Yeah, well,
Like, I know the secret magic words.
Everybody knows that the dice are loaded.
Yeah, exactly.
I call bullshit on all of this stuff that
Yay!
he's saying. God.
And then we'll get to do it. Good afternoon. My name is Richard McManus. I am an independent hearing officer who will conduct your hearing this afternoon. We're here today for hearing concerning alleged violations of the Colorado Public Highway Authority law as it pertains to the E-470 Public Highway Authority. I want to explain what we're going to do this afternoon. First, you need to know that you may not record this hearing either by audio or video recording. Do you understand that? Do you understand that?
Sir. Well, of course he does not understand that. It's too simple of a question. He doesn't understand anything.
Hey, Hez.
What's up?
I gotta go, pal. I got stuff that's starting to pile up here, and I gotta get to it. So I gotta say my adieus. But thank you for having me, bro. I appreciate it. Once again, this was fun. I loved it. Bye to everybody. Bye Salacious. Bye Little Squirrels. Carl's Order of the Squirrels, and all the other
squirrel people.
all the squirrel people, and Jimbo, and and all my favorites. I love you guys. I'll see you guys later.
All right, take it easy. Thank you. Thank you for coming up. It's always fun. All right. All right, that was Jerry, and this is more idiots. Judges are way too patient with these fart knockers. That's right. That's exactly right. But you know what? If the Darrell Brooks trial proved anything, it's that, especially with judges, it's very good when they let them talk themselves into a hole, because then if they try to appeal, They have all the paperwork in the appellate court to look at and say, oh, look at this. The judge gave them every chance in the world. And they still blew it because they're idiots.
Either by audio or video this hearing. Do you understand that?
I have the right to.
You don't have any right to do anything about recording.
I have a constitutional right, do I not? Does the Constitution does not apply in this courtroom? Is that what you're saying?
Sir, just tell me you can't.
I must break you.
Video record this. So if you have anything that's recording this hearing, turn it off at this point. Do you understand that?
I believe I'm exercising my rights, sir.
You don't have a right to record this hearing. Do you understand?
No, sir.
Second, you need to know that I have no authority to suspend or modify any proposed toll fee cost or penalty. Do you understand that?
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
I'd like to exercise my right to remain silent.
This is not a criminal proceeding. You do not have that.
I don't have any rights.
Right to be represented at this hearing by an attorney. You're Mr. Johnson. That's what you have a right. If you're not an attorney, you can't represent. You recording this?
I'm sorry?
You recording this?
No, I just have the right to exercise my rights. Do I not, sir?
You have all the rights that you have as a citizen of the United States.
If I was a citizen, I'm a natural person, not a citizen. That's a 14th Amendment created entity used. Are you familiar with Black's Law, sir?
Black's law is not law in the United States of America.
Are you here on
dictionary?
All the laws, sir. If you are not Mr. Johnson, we're not going to have a hearing on this matter.
I'm the authorized representative of that.
You are not an authorized representative, sir. Unless you want to comply with the terms and conditions I set forth here, we're not going to have a hearing.
Well, I'm here in honor as the authorized representative of the legal entity, Stephen Eugene Johnson. There is no Mr. If you put Mr. in front of anything in accordance to Black's Law Dictionary, it is a corporation.
Black's law is not a law.
What?
I've said it before and I'll say it again.
Mr. Johnson, Stephen E. Period Johnson is a corporation. Stephen Eugene Johnson in all capital letters is a corporation. Anything in all capital letters is a corporation. I'm just explaining the law, sir. I thought you knew it.
I reject that. I'll explain the law to you.
Okay.
You're not a lawyer, so I don't accept anything that you say. Now, unless you admit to being Stephen E. Johnson, we're not having this.
I do not do such. I am the legal entity. My name is Stephen. My name is Stephen of the Johnson family. I am not the corporation. I'm not going to enter myself into joinder. No, sir.
We need to ask you some questions, okay?
Could you stop that? Please? Stop that!
You can do whatever you want, but I'm going to enter a judgment against you, which can be enforced in the courts of the state of Colorado.
Well, I guess you're going to have to do that. Then I can get to the right courtroom.
The court will render a default judgment on all of the violations since Mr. Johnson
I'm here,
does not appear.
Stephen Johnson,
Say you're representative, Mr. Johnson.
of the legal entity. That's right.
Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
Default judgments are due.
Default judgment. I'll be in court. When do I go? Do I know? Am I going to be notified?
Appeals judgment to the county court in which the various tolls were.
What county is this? Is this state or is this?
And these are in Douglas, Adam, and Arapahoe County.
There are 3 different counties.
Okay.
You can appeal it within 30 days of today's case closed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Person.
Yes, fraud splaining.
Free to go. Now I got a court hearing, or lawful.
Oh, this is a pretty hot topic, but that's how they act in court. They hardly ever win. I don't know why they do this stuff, because you really can't do it today. I mean, you got to follow the laws. And we're going to take a look at another hot topic, and that's
Real quick, before he gets on further into that, I want to address something too. Here's one of the things that one of the many things about these guys that drives me up the damn wall. The whole Black's Law Dictionary thing. Like, I see some people in the chat talking about how Black's Law Dictionary was written forever ago, and they always use like the first or second edition, that are hundreds and hundreds of years old and this and that. But here's the thing. It's almost like because I've actually read it. Okay. So I know what Black's Law Dictionary says. And here's the thing. These guys, well, I mean, I shouldn't say read it. It's not like I sat there and read it like it's a book. It's a dictionary, but I've looked up the terms that these guys always talk about. Here's the thing. It's kind of like the Poster 7 thing. Poster 7 does exist. Poster 7 does have a paragraph about photographs for news and commercial purposes, blah, blah, blah. But they always take it out of context and leave out the parts that say that they can ask you to stop filming. It's kind of the same thing with Black's Law Dictionary. Yes, the version they use is old, outdated. Number one. Number two, it's a dictionary. It's not the actual laws. It's just a dictionary to look up terms and phrases that are used in law, right? But on top of all that, even if it was legit, even if it was law, even if they were using the most current edition, they're still taking all the bits and pieces completely out of context. And that's the problem. Like, even if they were right, they're using it wrong. Like when they say that Black's Law Dictionary says that you have to be in commercial to need a license, it's like, that actually isn't what Black's Law Dictionary says. It says employed in driving. And in Black's Law Dictionary, if you look up the word employed, Black's Law Dictionary itself defines employed as doing something. Right now, I'm employed in speaking with you guys. Now I am employed in holding my phone. Like, you're employed in driving means that you're physically in the process of driving. But they don't look at that. They'll use Black's Law Dictionary as an excuse, but they won't use that part of Black's Law Dictionary. No, because that doesn't support their argument. Idiots.
searches.
Cherry pickers.
So I'm going to take a look at one of Michael DeShario's video. He's the New York City law guy. We're going to take a look at one of his videos and what he has to say about dogs searching a car. So let's get to it.
Welcome to Real Law Talk. Check out Rodriguez v. the United States. I got a million questions about a police drug sniffing dog. So Rodriguez was driving down the road, pulled him over. He made a traffic infraction. The cop gave him a warning for the traffic infraction. Then said, "Do you mind if I search your car?" Rodriguez says, "No, I do not consent to you searching my car." Then they brought the dog over and they searched the car anyway. It goes all the way up to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court says, no, once the traffic stop was over, there was no reasonable suspicion for the cop to search Rodriguez's car. Go look at the case. It's very interesting. And that's what happens. One of the most important things about this case is that Mr. Rodriguez said, "I don't consent." Police use traffic stops for two reasons. One, they generate revenue for tickets for the municipality, which a lot of municipalities really need. And two, it allows them an opportunity to search the car, a lot of times based on consent. The old line is, "You mind if I, you don't have any bazookas in here, do you? Do you mind if I search your car?" No. For the one of the funniest reasons that I give people is they don't have to put your stuff back. There's nothing in the law that says a police officer has to pull the stuff back in your car. I have nothing in my car, but I don't want you digging in it. That's Real Law Talk.
Well, that's going to do it for this portion of the video. And now don't forget, it's Debo Shorts time. So let's get ready to relax and laugh. Enjoy.
Oi.
I like the way that Debo does kind of the Frauditor cool down thing like the Frauditor News Network does. Oh no. Whoa. Nice.
Holy shit!
Oh, boy, I feel like a horse's patoot.
Hey, Space Trucker, thank you so much for the $2 super chat.
Who fought? Stop messing with him.
Oh my goodness. Can somebody tell my dog to stop throwing her ball in here?
What do you think?
What the heck? Oh no.
Mama.
No.
Don't you let me there?
Komm schnell. Guck mal.
Oh no. Good. All right.
Am I walking you or you walking me? Oh, I'm walking you. Okay.
It is bedtime. Let's go.
Hey. Hi, baby.
Oh no. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's so cute. That's beautiful.
Reggie, don't eat him.
What are you doing? Hello. Oh yeah. Well, that dog don't like that.
小月万鹤，我抱你吧，爸抱你。小月打你。
Nice.
Oh, you're so clever.
What the heck?
Oh!
Did you just pee on him? Gibbity paps. Come on. Give him a pap right on the head. Oh no, it's his tongue. Okay.
That you had
He's flying around the air. It's a smart dog. Nice. Oh no! Oh. Wow. That was a goat. The dog's like, oh, hell no. Oh, look at him. He's loving it. Oh, yes.
All right. Well, that's just going to do it for today. And I just want to take the time right now to have a little shout out to Queen Bee for introducing me to New York City law guy, Michael DeShario. I think it's something that we all wanted to do. We all wanted to see a lawyer break down this stuff, and this is really good. And I'm going to use him a little bit more in the channel. So yeah, again, if you want to go and sub to him, please go on his channel, sub to him, and tell him Debo sent you. And
all right, that was great. Don't forget to subscribe to Debo's Nation. So that's always fun and exciting watching him. He's got good stuff. Some of those animals were real funny at the end there too. I like that. That was good times. So for anyone who just joined us within the last few minutes, don't forget that I have decided that we are going to do a March raffle as well, since the February raffle went so well. The grand prize for this one is going to be a full set of my cards, all 110 of the cards, the idiot cards and the hero cards. There's 55 of each. 55 idiot cards and 55 hero cards. You get all 110 as the grand prize, as well as, again, a copy of my book. And there may be some other prizes coming down the pike, but we'll see what happens within the next month. It's only the 3rd, so we still got time to get that set up. So just like the last raffle, any kind of support to the channel in any way, whether it's a super chat or super sticker or membership or PayPal or anything like that, get your name entered into the contest, into the raffle. Let's see, I'm going to show now. I got this Vilified Freedom video I wanted to show. This is a good one. Love Vilified. He's a great supporter of the channel. If you're not subscribed to him, definitely go to his channel and drop him a sub. And let's go ahead and check it out.
Don't you worry. The first couple moments of this video, you got to know the direction we're headed.
Hello, man. Deputy Crawford of the Tom Green County Sheriff's Office. The reason for the stop today is no license plate on the vehicle.
Boom.
Roasted.
Can you show me a state law that gives you authority over me?
Well, I can't show you, but I can.
Because you don't have authority over me, and you can't do anything if you do not have authority over me.
So do you have your
Delusion.
driver's license and insurance on you?
You do not have authority over me.
You know, in all seriousness, I hope you keep that same energy when you're on your way to jail.
Do you have your driver's license?
You do not have authority over me, sir.
Sir.
You do. I don't answer questions. I understand that. And I am invoking my 4th Amendment and 5th Amendment rights.
Okay. Wait a minute. Hold up. I know something ain't right. You cannot invoke the 4th Amendment. Okay. There is a reason here. And the reason is you do not have a license plate on your car. You have got to be financially responsible in case you run into somebody.
To be secure in my person's papers, effects, and property.
I don't know. Maybe you're trying to demonstrate selective thinking. Allow me to correct you. The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated. We do got a reason. You do not have a license plate. And as of for the 5th Amendment, I mean, This is a traffic infraction. This is not a crime. As we all know, you're sure to turn it into one.
Yes, sir. I understand what you're saying.
And if you swore an oath, you are to uphold the Constitution.
And that goes to why, one of the reasons why I wanted to show this video in particular, because, you know, I've been talking all day about how these guys redefine everything they say, right? Like, reason is a huge piece to the puzzle of how these guys, first of all, they do not have the ability to reason in their brains that don't function, right? But it's always about reason. Why did you pull me over? Well, because you didn't have a license plate. See? That tyrant pulled me over for no reason. He did pull you over for a reason. The reason was that you didn't have a license plate. I'm a frauditor. I'm in a building. They're asking me not to film. I'm saying, oh, I don't have to leave. I don't have to film. I do whatever I want. First Amendment says I can do what I want, when I want, no matter what, with no rules and no regulations. And screw you guys, because you're my servants. And how dare you have the audacity to speak to me? And how dare you ignore me? And anything that you do is wrong. And you're all scumbags and you're all evil and you're all going to hell when you die because I'm the cameraman and I decided it because I'm the God of the universe and everything revolves around me. All right, buddy, get out. No, I'm not leaving. Well, okay. So once you are asked to leave and you don't leave, you are therefore trespassing. The second they ask you to leave and you don't, you are at that moment guilty of trespassing. Now you refuse to leave. So they call the cops to have you removed because they're cowards and they're going to... No, because if they go hands-on, then you're going to sue them and you're going to get them fired and it's going to be... So, of course, they call the cops to do it for them. Then when the cops come and they take you out because you've been trespassed, they arrested me for no reason. You getting trespassed is a reason. Reasonable search and seizure means that they had a reason to search. They're not violating your rights by searching you. That's the problem. They think that the Fourth Amendment says that it's against the law for you to be searched. That's not what it says. It says it's against the law for you to be unreasonably searched. But they always leave the unreasonable part out because their definition of reasonable is unreasonable. And you can't reason with someone who has no capacity for rational thought.
That's in the state constitution. The state constitution says I have a right to travel.
Look, we can tell you're scared. Get out and travel anywhere you want to go. You want to do it in the car? You've got to prove you got financial responsibility.
Okay. What's your name, sir?
Don't answer questions, sir.
Sir, what's your name?
I don't answer questions, sir.
Sir, you've been stopped.
I understand that, but I do not have to answer any of your questions. Show me a state law that says I have to answer your questions.
You have been stopped for a traffic infraction.
Read me my rights. If
public roadway.
You're investigating me, read me my rights.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Sir, it's going to be up to you.
I'm not hard.
Why would you read someone their rights if you're not arresting them? Why would you read someone their rights if they're not under arrest?
It's just you are violating my rights.
No, he's
You're going to
not.
provide me with your name.
If I do that, then no matter what happens, you're going to use that against me. And I have the right to not let you use stuff against me unless it's done in a court of law. We're not in a court of law.
We're not in a court of law.
Wait.
And I have
What? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I am not going to let you use anything against me unless we're in a court of law. So if you were in court, then you'd let them use things against you? Like, wouldn't it be appropriate to plead the fifth in court? But no, he's saying he's going to plead the fifth now because they're not in court. So if they were in court, then you'd just let them railroad you? Do you guys see why I say that their logic is illogical? Their reason is unreasonable? Their stupidity is off the chain?
All right. Liberty in the pursuit of happiness.
Yes, sir. And I'm not trying to.
No, you don't.
Yes, you.
No, you don't. Oh my God! I'm sorry I keep pausing it, but every sentence this guy says is stupid. That has to be broken down. What document talks about life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness? I'll give you a hint. It's not the Constitution. Therefore, it's not the law. The Bill of Rights doesn't mention that either. Talks about being secure in your property and effects and blah, blah, blah. And we all know what it does say. But you're quoting the Declaration of Independence, you douche canoe.
You are, sir. You pulled me over. I'm traveling in an automobile. This is not what you want to call it.
How do we not want to call it an automobile? You could call it a car, truck, SUV. No matter what, you're not going to get out of financial responsibility. I mean, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
This is an automobile. This is not a vehicle that is that I am paid to drive.
I think he got his script messed up and he's supposed to say vessel.
I'm not a driver.
Driving down the roadway.
I'm not a driver. I'm a traveler. I'm traveling. I have the right to travel according to the Supreme Court.
You're an idiot.
Sir,
you don't know that a motor vehicle is a vehicle
I
with
do
a
not
motor?
have to do that, sir. I don't have to answer any questions and give you any information.
Yes, you do. You have to give them your driver's license.
I
You have
understand
to
that.
minimum.
And then if I'm being detained, you have to read me my rights. Because I'm under an investigation.
On a highway.
I'm under. There is no law that states that I am to help. I'm obligated to help you do your job.
Well, how about this? Okay, how about instead of you're right. You got no obligation to help him do his job. But you do have an obligation to help keep yourself out of jail. Unless, of course, you want to go to jail. Unless, of course, you want your car to get towed. I mean, and that's a horse of a different color.
Okay, so here's how it works.
I understand what you're saying, and I understand your whole thing is just, I don't answer questions. You're impeding my right to travel naturally as given to me by God.
God didn't give you a
God
car.
gave you that car.
You swore an oath to God to uphold the Constitution and the state Constitution, right? Does your word to God mean nothing to you?
Sir, I don't think that you understand the oath that I took.
Yes, you took an oath to uphold the Constitution, to uphold it, defend it, and protect it.
Yes, sir, I did.
And that's
uphold
it.
The laws of the state of Texas, of which I am.
But when it comes to the U.S. Constitution, there is no law that's above the U.S. Constitution. That's the laws of the land.
What's wrong with you?
The laws of the land is the U.S.
Include the 10th
Constitution.
Amendment, which includes the 10th
And
Amendment.
you're disobeying the U.S. Constitution, the laws of the land, sir.
There's no reason for you to make this traffic stop go in this direction.
I'm not making it go in any direction. You started
Failing
it.
to comply
Delusion.
with me asking you for your name, your information.
And I have that right to by law.
Okay, but give
yes,
them your
sir.
license.
That is your policy. That
Operating a motor
if
vehicle on a public roadway, and I ask you for your driver's license, and I've stopped you for a lawful reason, it's your duty to provide me with that information.
No.
Roasted.
No, it's not. Well, show me that state law.
Yes, it is. I've said this a million times. Everyone has said this a million times. If you look at any legitimate lawyer, even if, because I've seen lawyers that, like, you know, a defense attorney will take any case. Depending on the situation, like if they're assigned by the state. So if they're being, you know, assigned to defend one of these guys, they're going to defend them. Even those lawyers will say, you got to show your driver's license. Even, in other words, even people who agree with these guys will say, you get pulled over, you don't want to say anything, fine. When they ask for your license, you close your mouth and you give them your license. Even Captain King, absolute douche canoe, moron, not a constitutional law scholar, idiot DeCastro will admit that when you get pulled over, you have to show them your driver's license. Now, he'll say you also show him the trifold and you keep your mouth shut. But even he, stupid idiot that he is, knows that you're supposed to show your driver's license when you get pulled over. Stupid people. Morons of the stupid tree and hit every branch on the way down.
Sir, I don't have to show you that.
Yes, you do, sir, because you have to show evidence that I have to do what you want. You can't just say I
don't
got
have
to do
provide
what
you
I
with
want.
evidence right now.
Well,
I'm
I mean,
telling
what
you,
you
I
want.
stopped you for a traffic infraction.
I understand that. It's that's your job to do that, but it's not my job to work for you.
Yes, that's part of
You give me $1,000 and I'll give you what you want.
Sir,
you pay me $1,000 and I'll do what you want.
That is probably the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Give you money for what? I mean, we all know you're not going to use it to get a license plate.
I understand that, but I'm not driving. I am traveling.
Okay. You are in control.
There is a difference.
You're in control of this motor vehicle.
Yes, this is my private property. Nobody has the right to touch it. It is my private property. Nobody has the right to do what they want with my private property. With me, this is private property. Belongs to God. Does not belong to you. Does not belong to the state. I belong to God. I don't belong to any man that wants me to control me as an authoritarian that make me do what they want.
How you going to invoke the name of God and don't even know what God says? Romans 13:1-2. For God hath put all these powers into place. Do you not understand that?
Of course he doesn't understand that. These idiots don't understand anything.
Sir, put both of your hands up here on the steering wheel where I can see.
My hands are okay.
You mind removing this off the dash so I can see your VIN number, please?
No, sir.
Okay.
Why are you the way that you are?
Okay. I'm going to need you to step out of the vehicle, sir.
No, sir. You're violating my rights. You get violent and I will sue you.
Sir, I need you to
You are touching private property.
Sir,
you are touching private property. This is private property, sir. You're touching private property.
Hey, nobody cares. Nobody cares.
This is not your property. You show me you own this property and you can touch it and you can do what you want. You have to lawfully show me you own this vehicle to touch me.
Oh, yeah?
Sir, step out of the vehicle.
Sir, this is not right. Sir, you are being immoral.
No, you are.
and violating my rights, sir.
Out of the vehicle.
Okay,
Step out of the
okay,
vehicle.
okay, okay,
Step
okay,
out.
okay.
Put the phone down.
Okay, okay,
Put
okay.
the
Let me
phone-
turn it
put
off.
the phone.
He cut that off real quick. Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, we didn't get a good window smash out of that one, but at least we ended with an arrest. So on that, I want to end on a good note, a high point, a nice arrest at the end. Beautiful way to end the show today. Thank you all for joining me. Don't forget tomorrow, Saturday, 5 Eastern, Frauditor News Network and I are going to have Blue Bear on as our guest. It's going to be great. Hopefully you guys will join us. Don't forget that we're also doing another raffle for March. Same thing as last time, except the prize is going to be a full set of the cards, all 110 cards, the full deck, as well as, again, a copy of my book, etc., etc. The exact, prize packs and what they're going to be still yet to be determined, but that's definitely going to be the grand prize. Thank you guys for joining me. Love you guys so much. Where's my Elvis gnome? There he is. Oh, yay, yay. Love you guys. See you later. I'm all shook up. Oh. Hey, Hez, am I going to watch the AEW pay-per-view? I don't know yet. I know I downloaded Bleacher Report a few months ago so I could watch them online, but it all depends on if I'm going to have the extra money for it. I haven't decided yet. But I would like to. Anyway, we'll see what happens. All right. Take it easy, guys. Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm all shook up.